So a little bit of an update on, like, what's going on. Because, like, I figured people who would listen to this might care a little bit more about the stuff I do than people who don't. And I still don't think I'm, like, special enough to want to put things in people's community feeds. Especially if it's, like, you know, take up a whole section of your screen to be like, hey, nothing's coming out for a little bit. I don't know. A little bit of courtesy, I suppose. But yeah, basically, December was fucking busy. I was either sick or I was working overtime. So at the start of the month, I got sick. And that basically rolled over for like solid 2 weeks, almost. And because I got sick and I work weekends, weekends are like a requirement at my job. You have to work at least a few weekends every now and then. And if you end up having to put a call out on the weekend for any reason, you know, you have to make that up. Since I only work weekends, I had to do something else. They aren't just gonna give me a, well, you work weekends all the time anyway, so you're good. No, I have to do something else. So I worked 4 days, 4 13-hour days, that 1 week. And my schedule was already messed up because of the holidays, so it was like, there was straight up one time where I worked Wednesday, I had Thursday off. I worked Friday, Saturday, I had Sunday off for Christmas, and then I worked Monday. So sounds like what? I had 2 days off between these 6 days I worked. And it was only like 1 day off each, so I was just tired the entire time. Like 1 day off for me is nothing because I don't sleep ever. So on that 1 day, I would have gotten no sleep and tired the entire goddamn day and then got nothing done. I genuinely feel better about working than just having 1 day off. So that's what I did the next week, where my schedule was even more fucked up because of New Year's. So I worked Saturday, was off Sunday for New Year's Eve, and then I worked Sunday. I literally just said, you know what? If my workload for Friday is not, you know, it's whatever, I will work Saturday. Just fuck it. And then I'll just come in for Sunday, have roughly the same level of workload, which, boy. And you know what? I'll get overtime and weekend holiday pay and all this shit. So basically, between like, oh god, what was it? Over the course of like 15 days, I worked 120 hours. And the reason I specify 15 days instead of 2 weeks is because the, 3 days in a row that I mentioned for New Year's, the schedules reset on a Sunday. So, yeah, technically from Sunday to Saturday. So the reason I said 15 days instead of just 2 weeks is because the way our schedules work, Sunday is like the end of the week, or it's the start of the new week. So for that 2 week period, I ended up putting about 120 hours, which I didn't realize until I looked at my fucking schedule and was like, Holy fuck. So, yeah. I'm busy. And now that the holidays are over, I can start working on my usual shit that I've been working on. And this is a project that's going to take a while. It's one that I'm really happy that I get to work on. I'm not going to say, like, if you want to know what it is, just, like, you know, look at my stream VODs for the last couple weeks, because I've been actually streaming it. And I'm not saying this to advertise my Twitch. I do kind of want to keep, like, a layer of surprise, because I know most people aren't going to watch my Twitch. So I get to both, you know, stream the game that I want to do like a video on, and also get the surprise from people who don't watch my stream when I make the video. So there you go. If you want to seek out what's coming up next, do that. Doesn't matter if you do. I would almost encourage you not, because I like the surprise. It's fun. It's my weird thought process. So, for the first time in roughly like a year and a half I've been doing this YouTube stuff, I finally played a game that I really just didn't like at all. I think this might surprise a few people, simply because a lot of people like this game. Like, it's actually a pretty solidly popular game. That game being Valheim. I don't like Valheim. I've played a lot of it, so I have a certified opinion, because I'm playing it with a friend. And granted, I'm having fun because I'm playing it with a friend, but if I was playing it on my own, it would either take a year for me to get through this game, like by playing it like 1 or 2 hours at a time and just stopping because it's fucking boring me to tears, or I just would have stopped way earlier, like probably after the second boss. Or even before the second boss. No, definitely after the second boss. Maybe before the third one. Yeah. Because that was when I realized, oh, I see where this game is going. And that is nowhere. Yeah, I'll say it. Listen, I get it. Valheim is made by a small dev team. Most likely, given how slow the updates are. And that's fine. It's more than fine, actually. But that doesn't necessarily save you from criticisms that you can make about what content there is. And really, that's just that there's fucking nothing in that game. I guess I will just summarize what Valheim is for people who might not know. Because obviously, you don't know every video game that ever came out? For shame. You call yourself a virgin? Valheim's one of them, procedurally generated world survival games. But the take on this one is that it progresses a lot more like Terraria, I would say, where you have like specific biomes, a specific order of biomes you go in, a specific gear progression, related to all that, and you usually transition biomes after you confront a boss, either just to get access to a new material to make stuff, or, just get access to an item that's required to even do anything in the next area. Like, for example, after you kill the first boss, you can make a pickaxe, which allows you to mine tin and copper, which allows you to get bronze, which, once you get that armor, you can move on to the next boss, who will give you a key to access the dungeons there to get the next material, things like that. Problem is, the gear progression is so fucking awful, I feel. Like, I love Terraria's progression, but I feel like Valheim, the way it handles progression is just not good. Simply for the fact that it feels like how you acquire the gear and how long it takes is solely unsatisfying. The main essence of my problems with Valheim is everything it does just... it's there to extend how long you play the game and nothing else. Like, I understand some of the resources and how they work and, you know, how things need to take time and how you shouldn't be able to have certain things be as like always readily available, or else it would just ruin game balance for what they're trying to go for. That's fine. But at some point, it just stops being a game balance and flow situation and just, it is making you wait just for the sake of it. There are two main factors that go into this, I feel. The first one is, and easily the biggest. Actually, you know what? No, it's not the biggest. But I'll get into that one. Stamina. Every last thing you do that isn't walking uses stamina. You jump, big chunk of stamina. You're sneaking, big chunk of, well, not big chunk of stamina, but it drains stamina while you move, and, you know, at least regains while you stay still. So if you stand still, it's not like slowly draining your stamina or just halting the recovery. That's at least nice. Sprinting, obviously. Placing any kind of structure whatsoever, repairing structures uses stamina, and, you know, all that makes sense so far. But here's the thing. No matter what action is being taken, the moment you run out of stamina, you cannot perform that action any longer. So when you're at 0 stamina, you can only walk. This is fun when progressing in this game is just constant tasks that drain stamina. Constantly. For example, early in the game, you need quite a bit of wood. Alright? So, how do you get wood? You chop trees. Swinging your axe takes about like 5 to 10 stamina. When you start the game, you have like 25 stamina, I think, like 40 stamina. So you basically get a good 4 axe hits in before you run out of stamina. Breaking a tree requires, at the very start of the game, requires like 7 hits. And then the tree falls over, you get like 1 wood, and you have to cut the log the tree left. That's another like 5 hits, 6 hits. And then, when you break that, it splits into 2 more logs, which each can take about 4 or 5 hits. I think every single segment of the tree requires the same amount of hits. Either way, that's a lot of attacking just to get 1 tree to produce all the wood it can. That's not even counting if you want to break the stump, because it also leaves a fucking stump. And stamina, the regeneration is kind of slow. And it's further compounded by the fact that when it's night, you get cold, which cuts your stamina down. And when it rains, you're wet for 2 minutes. That cuts your stamina drain. Being cold and wet stack. The only way to get rid of being wet and cold is by being near a fire. Also, I believe for cold you have to be in a shelter. I could be wrong there. But shelters aren't too hard to come by. You can make them real quick. But yeah, but obviously you're only warm and dry while you're in the shelter and next to the fire. And the worst part about drying off is it takes like 30 seconds to like dry yourself off, because it doesn't instantly do it. It basically just makes the 2-minute timer tick really fast. Problem is, that only really works if it stopped raining, because the moment it rains again, you're just gonna get wet for 2 whole minutes again. Like, there's no build-up. It's, you touch water, wet for 2 minutes. And rain lasts a while. Also, night lasts a while. Like, that's roughly half the damn time you spend in this game. So, you're just constantly fighting with your stamina just to get anything done. And you're not always under attack. Sometimes you'll just be spending, like, 10, 15 minutes, especially during the day, where, spawns just are nowhere near as frequent, kind of just doing whatever actions you are, wasting your stamina, standing there for like 20 seconds for it to come all the way back, and then, doing the thing again. I can, imagine that they wanted stamina drain on these tool uses so that, if you get attacked and you're just out of stamina, well, you're fucked because you can't attack anything. You just have to try and walk around and dodge the enemy before your stamina can come back so you can do anything. Because obviously if you try and dodge and block, you're just going to keep wasting your stamina and you'll never actually be able to hit the enemy. And they'll just slowly whittle you down. But if you could still use tools like pickaxes and axes with 0 stamina, you would still be in the same situation. It would just massively speed up your ability to, progress and not want to pull your hair out doing something. And the biggest problem I have with this game actually isn't the stamina. It is mining. The furthest I'm in is I'm like sort of in the tail end of, being in the mountains, which is the biome after the swamp, which is after the Black Forest, which is after the meadows, which is the first one. I had to say it in that weird order because, like, off the top of my head, I couldn't, like, rattle off what order it is. I think there's 2 more biomes ahead of me. So I'm, like, 2/3 of the way through the game, essentially. Roughly, depending on how fucking long the plains are. And the Mistlands is new, so I don't even know. Thing is, when you enter the Black Forest, you have a weak pickaxe. It takes, like, I swear 9, 10 hits to break a single chunk of copper. And these copper deposits are absolutely fucking massive. Like, they can contain like a solid several stacks of copper. So you're just sitting there pecking away at this massive rock, making tiny dents in it over and over and over. And you think, all right, fine, you're just left clicking and waiting a little bit. What's the big deal? A single ore weighs 8 pounds. You can carry 300 unless you get an item that lets you carry 450. Which, good luck finding that because it straight up took me and my friend like a solid 5 hours of going out and exploring. Well, mostly him, because here's the thing. From what I understand, the person who gives you the item that increases your carry weight while it's equipped only spawns very far away from the center of the world, where you first start the game, and only in the Black Forest, which is the second biome. If I would have played this game, I would not have explored Black Forests past like the one that's probably directly next to the spawn, because it gave me everything I needed. It would only have been pure happenstance that I passed by a Black Forest to get somewhere else, and I see this person, this merchant. So let's just say 300, because you have to know ahead of time that person is there, or else it's pure luck that you would have found it. That's not even a complaint. That's just, fair enough. But let's just say the carry weight's 300. Tangent over. You're also limited by inventory space, but because of metal, 90% of your inventory space is going to be taken up by like 1 or 2 slots. So a full stack of metal becomes like over 300 pounds. You literally can't even carry a full stack of metal on you. Actually, no, that's a lie. It's not over. It's like 240 pounds. Because math. but you're usually gonna have like a solid 60 pound, like over 60 pounds on you with some of the materials you have to carry. And since you can only carry one stack at a time, you have to constantly be going back and forth to the deposit. And you think, oh, cool, one rock gives you like 2 stacks, that's great. It's great until you realize like a single item can cost like 20, 30, 40 bars to make. A stack is 30. And that's just making the item, not upgrading it, which is like roughly somewhere between 50% and double the cost. I'm just guessing because, you know, I don't really recall the stuff off the top of my head. So that's a lot of fucking metal you have to get. And because metal has a fun property of it can't be teleported, you have to manually walk it to your base to smelt it. You know, that's fine in the Black Forest. It's, you know, your main base might not be too far away. But when you start getting into the swamp, plains, mountains, it's several minutes of walking without even considering that you might be carrying heavy things that slow you down. And that would be okay if traversing the game was fun. Your only options for really improving traversal are having a cart that can carry more than, you know, you can, but obviously it slows you down the more stuff you have in there. And it can be a pain to fiddle with because it constantly takes damage if you run into things. It's very light damage, but you still gotta make sure it doesn't break, or else it's just a pain in the ass to like make it back on the spot. Like, thankfully it doesn't get lost when it's broken. You just get the materials back. But you have to like make a crafting bench. I think you might need to have some other stuff to make it, but yeah, it's just a very small annoyance. And you have a boat. If you have to like travel between continents and you have large bodies of water because your character can't swim for like more than like 20 feet offshore without sinking and drowning and dying and shit. That's it. As far as I'm aware, you get no other like things to help make traveling fun, easier. It's just, you have to walk an absolute shitload. And I'm in the mountains, right? So if I pass by the swamp, okay. A couple enemies there might give me some trouble. You know, not too bad. If I walk past the Black Forest, nothing there can touch me. I only have to kill them because they'll damage my cart and break it. If I walk in the meadows, there's literally nothing that can even do damage to me, basically. So it's essentially just holding W and trying to move out of the way of like slight bushes that'll like get your cart stuck. And I like Death Stranding. Death Stranding is one of my favorite games ever. I love it that much. So like, I like really long walking. But Death Stranding gave you preparation. It gave you tools to make traversal interesting. You know, you had to think, what am I going to encounter? What kind of terrain am I going to see? How can I prepare for that? In Valheim, it's just, I'm going to hold forward. Oh, there's a mountain. Maybe I'll just try and go around it so my cart doesn't get stuck. Or if you're not even have a cart, you just run down the mountain, because if you're sprinting in Valheim, you magnetize to the floor so you can literally run up the side of a fucking mountain. It's kind of awesome, actually. Like, there are things I love about this game. But the problem is, between the stamina and the carrying shit, it kills my fucking desire to play this game. Like, I'm in the mountain, and just hours and hours and hours and hours of mining, carrying, walking has been the entire game. There's like maybe 2 or 3 enemies per area to interact with. They're all relatively simple. You know, they kind of play roughly the same to fight. It's just not interesting in any way. Oh, and also fuck the swamp, because it's literally always raining. So combat is just not fun there because your stamina restores way slower. Thankfully, mining in the swamp is done in dungeons where there's no water, or where there's no rain. There is water, but it doesn't get you wet outside of a couple points in the dungeons where you have to like swim for like 1 inch for no reason but to upset you and get you wet. But those are infrequent. But yeah, you're just always wet there. There's literally nothing you can do. Period. It's always raining. But yeah, I guess I'll go on the good things I like about Valheim. I love the aesthetic. You're a Viking who died, and, you know, you're there. From what I understand, you're there to, like, conquer the wilderness and then, like, ascend to Valhalla. And if you look up into the sky, you'll see branches of Yggdrasil, the world tree, that like connects all of the various like realms of Valheim together. Like I said about the whole running up mountains thing, that just feels so fucking good. Like, it feels good to just fucking like stomp your foot into the ground so hard you literally walk up the side of a mountain. Combat is fun, admittedly. Like, it's really slow, kind of clunky, but like, with what few enemies there are, it's kind of fun. A little bit unbalanced, where some weapons are absolute dog shit, and I feel like it leans too heavy into parrying shields being like super fucking good. And some two-handeds are just like ungodly slow, while some are so much faster. It's kind of not even funny. I love the idea of the progression. It's just that every zone is basically the same thing. Go in, mine the material. There's nothing special about, like, you know, anything you're doing inherently. Like, the new biome itself doesn't even feel that like incredible. Like, it just doesn't feel like any kind of paradigm shift, you know? Even like Terraria, you know, when you enter hard mode and you have to do the whole mining thing again. Yeah, you're just mining, but like, there's new enemies with new statuses, you know, the new biomes that it throws at you. It feels more substantial than Valheim. I don't know. It's one of those games I don't like. And I think my friend said it himself. He was like, you either love it or you hate it. I think it's fair. Because I know people will really fucking like this game. And I was interested in Valheim, but after playing it enough, it feels like, to me, personally, it feels like Valheim exists to just waste my time and nothing else. And again, that's coming from someone who loves Death Stranding, who loves idle games.
I wonder if they have an engineer.
Oh, there's a spy up here. I'm gonna see if I could get behind him and then laugh at him.
I see what you're doing. Hold on, I'll come. This is like you're with our intel.
I will offer myself to him now.
Wait, let me get up there. Do I do it?
Do it.
Oh my god.
Alright, I'm gonna tell you a tale. A lesson for the youngins out there. I'm still young as fuck, but like, I learned this lesson the hard way. Man, just fucking eat food. I know that's like an obvious thing. I know sometimes when you're busy with stuff, you just tend to not realize how little food you have ingested until it's too late. Because I've mentioned before, I work like 13-hour shifts. Fucking heckin' busy. Usually I don't have time to fucking go out and get anything to eat. Shit, I can't even like fucking leave the goddamn floor for 2 seconds. Feels like. So I've gotten quite a few days where I just don't eat at all for like 13 hours. I don't even have breakfast either. But I finally paid for my sins the other day, where, oh man, I don't know what kind of perfect storm happened, but I just had this developing headache since like 11. It just got worse and worse, and I'm like, cool. I'm ahead of all my tasks. Everything's done. Let's just do this one thing, and then I will go get lunch. And then I had so much shit get dumped on me, quite literally within a second. Ungodly amounts of paperwork. So many emergencies at the moment, and it's like, god damn it. The next thing I know, it's 5 o'clock. Things are still going. Issues aren't being resolved that I set into motion. People are getting fucking upset, and I'm like, God fucking damn it. I still have to do this. But at the same time, I'm leaving in like 2 hours. So, whatever. Completely forgetting that I leave later than I'm supposed to. I'm supposed to leave at like 7:15. Like, that's what my normal schedule is. Like, I can't leave earlier than 7:15. Ever. But obviously, if I have shit to do past that, you know, I stay and do it. I leave till like 8:30, because by the end of the day, I was so fucking just pounding headache, like a migraine, so bad. I was just so nauseous. I was nauseous as hell. And let me tell you, holding a sensitive, sharp object while you want to throw up, and you know, you have such a massive headache that concentrating is, you know, not impossible, but just slightly harder. It's not fun. It's not fun. I was so, you know, I'll be honest, I'm still feeling like not good, and it's been like the day after. Mostly because I was so ill I couldn't even like stomach too much to eat. But then again, that could also be because the only place that I could like quickly go to was Taco Bell. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't think a fucking grilled chicken Chipotle burger with fire sauce, because yes, I put extra hot sauce on there. I mean, it's, well, extra hot sauce for Taco Bell standards. On there with, well, like my fucking 9 p.m. ass brain said, yes, this is something I need in me right now. I just couldn't stomach too much of it. God. Oh, fuck, man. Just, I learned a valuable lesson, and I really, really think it's obvious, but like, let's be real. It's a lot of obvious shit people just don't do. Like, if you can, always have like a backup sandwich ready no matter what. It's really the simplest thing. Like, even something as simple as like a single sandwich, and maybe having like a Tylenol on me, could have just completely changed my entire day. And this wasn't even, you know, just a hot, you work 13 hours a day, look at this lame-o kind of thing. Like, I was feeling this since like noon. You know, even if I worked like a 9 to 5, I would still feel fucking awful for like at least a solid 5-6 hours. Instead, it was a solid like 8 to 10 hours. He fucking killed himself with his own roller. Fuck. So, for a time, I worked at a Chipotle. Only about a year and a bit. Not as much as the Arby's. And there was nowhere near as much drama at the Chipotle than there was the Arby's. Because Chipotle was too busy to have drama. Like that, like you had to run that shit like a tight ship. And only get paid like $1 more an hour. Hey, you get paid breaks though. But you have to come in at like 6:45 to open. That job sucked. I mean, okay, to be honest, I kind of liked it. It just was one of the worst possible jobs for my leg condition. Because like the sheer standing in one place killed me more than anything ever could. I couldn't work more than 4 hours at a time at that job. That's how bad it was. Meanwhile, I've worked 12-hour shifts at Arby's. There was one time where I worked 2 closing shifts. It was like 8-9 hours long. Oh my god. It was the only time I've ever collapsed out of pain. Holy shit. I took one step inside, closed the door. Literally, my legs gave out and I fell on the ground. That was like when I quit that job. Because it's like, yeah, I got paid more, but I can work less. I mean, it worked out for me because it was like literally right along my way to school. I would go to one campus from like 9 to 12, go to like stop by my work, have a lunch. I would get like a double serving and shit. Eat half of it there. Take the rest with me to the next campus for the afternoon. Be there until like 5 at night. And then come to my car, wrap a fucking burrito, because I still had a tortilla at the bottom of the bowl. And then just eat fucking Chipotle on the way home. And I did that for like an entire goddamn semester. And it was heaven. And shit cost me like half price. So it's like, damn, dude, I ate the whole day for like 5 boneronis. It was so good. There's only one story from Chipotle that really like stood out. Off the top of my head, I'm sure there might be a couple more, but like it really wasn't that crazy. So I was just working, casually doing my thing. You know, I was the afternoon salsa boy, as my position was. I worked the salsa area where you put the sour cream and shit on food. And out of nowhere, these 2 like legit ass models just walked in with skin tight suits plastered in various like branding logos. And I'm like, excuse me? You come to order something, sexy ladies. And if you think I'm being creepy, like, let's be honest, like they were straight up hired to do this because they looked good. So I'm just gonna acknowledge it, because fuck it. I also didn't say that. They didn't talk to anyone. They walked in with a fucking duffel bag. They just dropped 18 cans of energy drink, because they were covered in energy drink logos. Just didn't say a word, and left. And I'm like... At first, my monkey brain was like, whoo, sexy lady. But then, like, my real brain was saying, whoo, free drinks. I don't drink energy drinks, but I took like 3 of them because they were free. I asked around, they're like, does anyone know what the fuck just happened? And no one knew. And I'm like, sick, free shit. Like, I swear that was like the plot. Like, you know, you just have this fucking like lanky ass like fast food minimum wage worker slaving away, minding his own business, when suddenly a bunch of like latex clad women walk into the goddamn room, deliver energy drinks, and kind of just like leave. Like, outside of the leaving part, that is just the setup for the weirdest B tier harem manga you've ever heard. Man, I had the most just absolutely comedically perfect moment just now. So I'm tired, really, you know, just having some dumb small talk in an elevator at like 9 p.m. when I just clocked out, because I work in a hospital. And I left and I was like, shit, I need to go get my jacket. So, because it's like fucking cold now. Like, this is recorded right before that like giga ultra cold front is coming across like the entire universe. And in Florida, at least, it's gonna be like fucking 40 degrees. So I'm cold as balls because that's fucking Florida and I'm not used to that shit. So I go back up and I meet someone on the elevator, and he's like, so, how's the holidays treating you? And I'm like, work. He's like, dang man, sorry. And I'm like, what about you? I mean, considering you're in the hospital, it's probably not that good either. The door opens up to the labor and delivery unit. He just walks out and says, I just had a kid. And I'm like, oh fuck. I mean, granted, I was not in the slightest bit embarrassed. I do not give a fuck. I thought it was more funny than anything, so I immediately snapped around with, oh, hey man, congratulations. It was so perfect. Oh man. Maybe I would have cared if I, like, wasn't so fucking tired. But I'll never know, because I'm fucking tired. You probably wouldn't know that because I have way too much goddamn energy. I have way too much goddamn energy. Oh my god. Like, don't get me wrong, I am tired as dickholes, but I feel great. I got a whole 5 hours of sleep. Worked 6:45 to 9 p.m. to go to sleep. Just kidding. What sleep? One of these days I need to find the time to actually see a sleep doctor. I really do. Every time I try and find one, they always just kind of ignore me for some reason. Like, they don't even set up the damn appointments. I don't know why. Like, I'm just doomed to never fucking have a proper appointment, like, set up ever for a sleep doctor. So today was fucking weird, okay? My manager, ever since I got hired, like 6 months ago, almost, actually over 6 months ago now, she's been trying to get me to get a haircut. Cause like, you know, going from fast food to, you know, the hospital setting, I asked like, hey, what's like the dress code on like hair and stuff? Cause I know like, you know, in fast food you don't want long hair or else you gotta like wear hairnets and shit, which we didn't even have hairnets in my place. Because it's sanitary reasons. Now, obviously, in my line of work, it's all, and we're in a hospital. You still want to like keep things nice and tidy, but you know, unless you're a freaking like wound care specialist, a strand of hair getting on someone's leg isn't gonna kill them. So I'm like, I'll grow my hair out. And it got long, man. It got so long, like I could cover my damn face with my hair. It was kind of a hassle to like deal with though, cause like by the end of the day it would get like real matty because of the sweat. And I like constantly keep brushing my hair to like keep it in like a nice shape, because it's not like a vanity thing, it's just it bothers the shit out of me on like a personal level. Like more just like compulsively, I need to like keep my hair like this, because if it like moves around too much, it bothers the fuck out of me. But my manager did not like that. She's constantly like, you know, I bet you'd look really good with short hair. Like it's like, yeah, you're gonna cut your hair soon and things like that. Like anytime she would see me, I swear. So Wednesday rolled around. It is currently Friday, and she was like, you know what would be a really good Christmas gift? Getting your hair cut. I said, I swear to fucking God, I'm gonna fucking deck someone in the face. I said, I swear to fucking God, like, really? At this point, okay, she wanted me to cut my hair more than I wanted to keep it long. And considering she's my manager, I was slightly scared that, like, she's like one of those people who has like one emotion on their face. It is this endless mix of apathetic happiness. Their face and intonation of their voice never changes, so you cannot read this person. So I'm like, I have no idea if she is planning my murder, or if like she being creepy. I don't know. Or she's just like, she doesn't want to say like, listen, you look ugly as fuck and it's messing with like our ratings or whatever. So I'm like, whatever, I'll get the haircut. I get it there because I didn't work Thursday, and then I work Friday now, and I got the haircut and came back, and holy shit, she lost her goddamn mind. She lost her fucking mind. She spent the whole day just constant, like every time she spoke to me, she was like, man, your hair looks good short, and kept staring at my fucking hair. She took a picture of it so she could send to the other assistant manager to be like, hey, look, he cut his hair. And apparently, like 2 of the other staff on the floor said, you know, the manager's been like constantly going on about your hair, and I'm like, why? Why? This is weird. She's like literally fucking coming all over my hair. Yes, I use that wording. Go fuck yourself. It's 9:17 p.m. and I'm driving home. I'm tired. I also never cared about what I said in the first place, so I would have said it even if I just woke up. But like, oh god, it was so weird. I almost felt uncomfortable. Like, and she's like twice my age too, so if she's hitting on me, that's even weirder. Like, I mean, I like short hair, you know? I like my short hair. But like, she liked my fucking, like, God, what the fuck?
I thought I would go a whole episode without Clear Me coming in again, but 2 weeks after I recorded that, my unit manager left. We knew this at the time, it was going to happen, but they sent an email to every last staff member, and they gave one sentence kind of like talking about each person on the unit. She had really nice things to say about everyone. I love this person's energy. I love this person's enthusiasm to grow. They said, and you, referring to me, thank you for the best Christmas present ever, referring to me cutting my hair. I swear to Christ, I'm not making this up. I swear to God, I'm not making this up.
Oh, right. And when I said it's like fucking 9 o'clock, I'm tired as fuck, I'm also hungry as shit. Because I literally did not eat since like 6:20 in the morning. I've been like sustaining myself on a brownie and like 2 dinner rolls covered in barbecue sauce. Because one perk about working in the hospital is they get a lot of catering. Which is fun because I never ever get to eat lunch on days where like they give catering. Then again, I never get lunch. Oh well. I should, because like it's bad not eating for fucking 13 hours and being on your goddamn feet I literally walk like 11 kilometers a day. Roughly. I have a fancy watch that says I do. But it's also, I'm not sure how accurate that is, because I walk weird. And I'm not sure if that adds extra steps to the stepometer. God, my calves are fucking rock hard. That was fucking completely out of nowhere. Just like that. The light wasn't even turning yellow, you fucking dingbat. Granted, I completely offset the, what do you call it? I offset the fucking 11 miles, kajillion feet I walk a day by always ending my day with Taco Bell. This video is not sponsored by Taco Bell. I hate Taco Bell's bad for you. Taco Bell is not real food. But you know what it is? Calories. And you know what tastes good? Calories. Do not eat Taco Bell if you treasure having a heart past the age of 30. I don't. I'm missing a knee. At this point, I'm used to missing things, so who cares if I don't have a heart anymore? I won't, because I'll be dead, because I don't have a heart. I always get me like 2 of those Fiesta veggie burritos, because like $2 each. I got like a nacho fries. It's like $1.25, something like that. I gotta talk about mostly because it's still the cheapest place on the block. Like, even after all these fast food places are jacking up their prices, Taco Bell manages to stay, like, relatively cheap. It still increases the price a lot. That's why I go for their value items, which are honestly really fucking good. Like, that Fiesta veggie burrito slams. Oh man. For Secret Santa, one of my coworkers gave me a jar of pickles. Which I just left at work. God damn it. I just realized who fucking took my pickles. Like, I literally put a jar of pickles on the goddamn break room table. And they were just gone later. Fucking took my pickles. I'm pissed. Because those were good pickles. I was so happy with that Secret Santa. You have no idea. Fucking pickles. Although it was annoying, because I wanted to like go put it in my locker, because I want to hoard them to myself. But when I put them in, I'm like, what if I snuck a pickle before work? So I opened it, and I spilled pickle juice all over myself. Well, not that much of it, but I still spilled it on myself. And it got in like this little locker room area. It's really tiny. So I approached her. I was like, do I smell like I literally walked up behind my coworker and said, hey, do I smell like pickles? She looked at me like, the fuck? Like, I know this is a weird question, but I spilled pickle juice on myself. Do I smell like pickles? She was like, oh, okay. No, you don't. Like, completely understanding, as if that is a perfectly normal thing for a human being to go through. Spilling fucking pickle juice on yourself right before you start your work at the hospital. I fucking love being me. Like, you train everyone around you to just say the dumbest shit ever in existence, and they'll just accept it. Like, I should point out, this is like a job I've had for 6 months. They have already accepted my bullshit as a normal. I fucking love my life.
What's happening? So I'm going back to demo.
I'm just gonna.
Hey! I stepped on. I did the big steppies on Bone Chan.
Nice.
Why? Why are you like this, my man?